Hello, this is Jenny Fern, and today I'd like to share with you some illustrations as a part of zeketober. So, as some of you may know, October is the month for art challenges. Basically, Inktober is a thing, and a lot of other creators have also decided to make their own art challenges, kind of broaden the scope of certain, practice and that kind of thing. So I'm participating in zeketober this October, which is hosted by Zeke's Lunchbox, an artist that I really admire who has a great YouTube channel and also a very beautiful Instagram. So I'd recommend giving her a look if you have not seen her artwork. It is absolutely beautiful. It is like the stuff of my dreams. So right now I'm kind of speeding through finishing up this first illustration, which was for the prompt horns, where I did some thumbnails at the beginning and decided on a kind of mountain ram, mountain goat kind of goddess figure, and sat her atop a large mountain for her to kind of looks like she's riding it seductively, but that is not what she's doing. Her arm is up, kind of like majestically pinching a star or sun like thing, not because she's like whipping around her bra, which unfortunately it does kind of look like that. So anyway, I was kind of just getting the hang of things in this first illustration, and figuring things out after a while of not really doing watercolor that much and not doing a ton of figure practice either. So anyway, I did just spend quite a lot of time editing some footage together from this, because while I filmed this, I kind of chatted to y'all for a little bit. And I think that's just because I wanted like somebody to talk to while I was painting this, which sounds kind of sad, but anyway, it was super difficult to edit and it was just kind of a mess. I wasn't really talking about anything. It was really like a selfish endeavor. So I've decided to do this voiceover instead. But yeah, and also the subject matter that I was talking about was pretty depressing, because once again we have more fires, and at the time it was incredibly poor air quality when I was kind of recording and sketching this art. So I was feeling pretty down in the dumps. I think I'd also just watched the debate the day before or so. And so I just generally was like, what in the world is happening to this beautiful place that I live in? So yeah, anyway, not the best energy to listen to. I'm feeling better today because we have much clearer air. There's still fires all over the place, but some hope, I guess. So this little guy, or gal, I guess, I sketched today while watching some Star Trek. I feel like I've talked about this before. Star Trek is kind of like just one of the best things for me to like kind of zone out and chill out to, especially while I'm sketching. I love just kind of listening to it, and so it's good sketching television. I watch Voyager now, and I also really like TNG. So those are my preferences. So I was watching an episode about B'Elanna, which was kind of funny because I feel like this character kind of gives off a little bit of like Star Trek vibes. So the prompt for October 4th is Snarl. I should have mentioned the prompt list from Zeke's Lunchbox is kind of more focused around the weekends. So it's great for people who have full-time jobs or otherwise like have commitments during the week. And so I really appreciate that. So it's not every day. It's mostly focused on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So yeah, for the 4th of October, the prompt was Snarl. So I thought of basically a large cat, like a big cat, like a lion, snarling. And I kind of wanted to have like this fighting woman with like a lion snarl. And so that is in fact what I drew. Again, the figure is referenced from Croquis Cafe. There are some action poses, and this one was particularly good. And then the lion face is also referenced, but I wanted to combine it into something new. I'm really trying to kind of have my concept of what I want something to be, and then be able to grab references to suit that rather than have references and draw what I have, which is usually how I use my sketchbook. So that said, I wanted to do some watercolor, and I wanted to have this kind of like background of her kind of like emerging from a cave, just going full bore into this Star Trek vibe. And this cave thing I decided to do from my imagination instead of from reference. So I'm really kind of pushing myself, honestly, with this one. I wanted something creative to do today. I feel like I was in kind of a better mood than usual because of the clear skies, and I had gone on a walk in the morning and all of that, so I was kind of feeling it. And not really feeling like a time pressure either, because it is the weekend right now. So I am excited to kind of try to push myself a little bit more, and obviously later down the road, if we have even more fires, as is probably prone to happen because there is still like a month of fire season left, at least I will, I'll cut myself some slack during those times, and then whenever I'm feeling up to it, I will try a little bit harder. For this particular piece, I had at one point, wow, my head is really in the way. It's getting really deep in there. So I had kind of left it with this kind of really bland background. And then I walked away, and then I came back to it, and I was like, I could deepen this and make this more interesting. So that's what I did. And I'm glad I left it for a while, because I have been getting a little bit impatient with the watercolor. But then I went in and tried to do a little bit more to the hair, and I actually really ended up really liking how this turned out. I feel like this is one of the more interesting things that I've made this year in terms of art. I mean, I haven't done a ton of art this year, so there's that. But actually, I think this one's kind of cool. So I'm proud of myself for that. And then there was an illustration that I worked on yesterday when I was on a little video call with some of my friends from college. I haven't talked to them in a long time. And so this is that one. It's also something that I was sketching while watching Star Trek. So it's got kind of like a void kind of vibe. But it's a snake that is just kind of floating in and out of the void. And that is all. I hope you enjoyed this. And as always, thanks for watching.